Hey guys, this video is going to help you get ready for week 2 in Algebra 2. Before we get going on the tracker, so I can point some things out to you, I want to go do a quick recap on week 1. So some things that we learned. In quizzes, I heard that there's a built-in calculator in that website as you're taking a quiz. So it might be easier for some of you to use that calculator, just food for thought. And I know there's a built-in calculator on Delta Math as well. If you're still using the emulator as opposed to a handheld calculator, those built-in calculators will be a little easier to navigate. So keep that in mind. Everyone should remember that we're going in order as we go and do these trackers. We want to make sure that we watch the lessons, do the practice before we do any quiz attempts. And I think that's kind of it. So let's dive into week 2. So week 2, you're going to have a new tracker in Google Classroom, which you'll access in the week 2 topic. It'll look like this. I'm going to click through it in present mode, so hopefully I remember that. All right, so same idea, you're going to go through the tracker. There's a little checklist. This is your copy of it, so whenever I ask you to make an adjustment to a slide, that's because you're going to turn it in on Friday, and it is due Friday at 9 p.m. Let's try to adhere to that deadline this week because we all are starting on Monday together. Speaking of Monday, you are all learning remotely on Monday. We can still hold our Google Meets at our scheduled times and answer any questions you have there, but the 3 tasks that we have for you to do on Monday would be review quiz on algebraic expressions. This is a topic from last week. Another review quiz on solving linear equations. Again, a topic from last week. And then we're going to take a new lesson, 1.3 part 2, and then you're going to watch the lesson, take the notes, and then do the practice worksheet. So first off, yes, these are things that you already have quiz scores for, but we're going to try them again. We're going to get some more data on the teacher end so we know what we have to review still. And then for this lesson, apologies, I think we're going a little out of order in your notes packet. Let's talk about your notes packet for a minute. So when you click here and you're redirected to the Google Classroom, remember you already have a hard copy of the notes, so you don't need to open this unless you don't have your hard copy of your notes. This is the video. You should watch that and then follow along with your notes. This is my version. Right here. Yeah, here. This is my version of the notes. So you can look at that if you need some clarification. This is the hard copy of the practice worksheet, but you already have that in your packet. And this is the answer key to the worksheet. So of course you're going to try that and then check the answer key when you're done. So we're trying to keep things a little consistent for you as we move from week to week. If anything is unclear, please let us know. All right, on Tuesday, we're going to be back in class with some of you. And your first task is kind of fun. We'll look at that next. It's a math battle. So if you click on these guys, which I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to play it, you'll see a video of Mrs. Meyer explaining a couple problems and then myself explaining a couple problems, and we're having a math battle and you have to decide who did it correctly and then explain and justify your answer down here. That should be fun, right? All right, here's another task. This will make more sense once you watch the lesson, but I've given you an algebraic equation, a model, and I want you to create a story problem that could fit that model. And there's a lot of right answers, so don't panic that you're not getting the right answer. There's not just one. You're going to be taking a quiz for us on that new topic. It's a Google Forms quiz. This is more traditional where you just type in your answers and click away. And I will release the scores once everything is turned in from everybody. Also on this day, you're going to watch your next lesson, which is isolating variables. Again, if you go to Google Classroom, you will see all the things you need. So you already have the printed notes and the worksheet, so don't worry about clicking those. But you want to watch the lesson, follow along in your paper, do the practice, check the key. Which brings us to Wednesday. All right, so Wednesday, we're going to start with an error analysis question. I love that Bitmoji. All right, so figure out what my mistake was, explain it, and then try to type the correct answer. I know it's hard to type math. If you can get creative and see if you can use something called Equatio, that'd be cool, but I don't know if they work on your computers or not, so we will see. Then you have a practice assignment on Delta Math. It's on the isolating variables topic, and there's 3 different problem sets for you to complete. Hey, good news. That is something I forgot to tell you. I just heard from our tech guys that our Delta Math videos should work now. They figured out a way to whitelist the Vimeo videos. So very excited about that. So those help videos should be able to work now. Okay, this will be fun. Click on the appropriate one, but it'll take you to Flipgrid. And in there, you are going to present your Getting to Know You slide that you created for us last week. So the first thing you should do is kind of go find that slide from your tracker from week 1. You still have it in your drive. And then have that up on your screen, and you'll figure out how to do this quicker than I did probably, but in Flipgrid you can share your screen as you talk. It's pretty cool. Have fun with it. And remember, your classmates are going to see this, and I want you to kind of watch your other classmates' responses, and you can give them a thumbs up, a like, whatever they call it on Flipgrid. And I think you can even respond to them. Just make sure we keep it classy, okay? All right, which brings us to Thursday. So you're going to take a quiz on isolating variables. I think you know what to do there. Here's our next lesson and final lesson for the week, solving linear inequalities and compound inequalities. So same idea, take your notes as you watch the video, and then you're going to have a practice worksheet along with that. Check the key when you're done. This is a slide where you're going to, after practicing and doing the video, you're going to have some ideas about the difference between an and problem and an or problem. So you're going to write your answers here. You guys are way more tech savvy than me, so you probably have really great ways of showing differences other than just typing. So if you can figure that out, go ahead. I'm kind of envisioning like some, snippets from the internet or something. I don't know. You get creative. And then Friday. All right, so remember that last thing on Friday is optional. That's just if you want to move ahead, so don't panic. You must practice on Delta Math for interval notation and solving linear inequalities. It's 6 problem sets, which seems like a lot, but it's just like a problem or 2 in each one, so they'll go kind of fast. Then we have a quiz. So you'll be taking that quiz. I think you know what to do there. Again, you'll get 2 chances on quizzes here, so be careful. By the way, I did extend the time limit on each question to way more than generous. So even though there's a timer bar at the top of your quizzes that's going down, you have lots and lots of time on the questions. And if that is causing a problem for you, I'd like for you to just ignore the timer bar. But if it continues to be a problem, please let me know. So here's that optional assignment. If you want to work ahead for week 3, the first lesson that we're going to be learning on week 3 is 1.6 part 1. It's a real short lesson, actually. So if you want to get a jump start on the following Monday, you can go ahead and watch that video. And I think that's it. So just like last week, on Friday, by 9 o'clock, hopefully you have everything done on this tracker. You can turn it in. I have been giving you guys some feedback and some ideas, and of course assigning points on your tracker from week 1. So please look for those comments as I return it to you. You do not have to turn it back into me once I return it to you unless I've asked you to do something else because your score wasn't, a perfect. Usually that just means like you didn't finish a part of it. Okay, so that's that. I can't wait to see what you guys do here in week 2. I've had a lot of fun in week 1 and I've learned a lot. And of course, email anytime you have a question, guys. Don't worry about if I'm in class or not because I basically just answer emails all day long. All right, look forward to hearing from y'all.